Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Saturday, September 13th, 2025, and we're doing a general collective reading. It is a timeless reading. I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders because it's all energy anyway. So if this is your reading, you can switch the genders of the roles as you need to. That's fine, okay? Please use your higher wisdom and discernment. Not every read's going to be for you. It's virtually impossible. Only take what applies in your storyline, which you already are aware of, and leave the rest. Don't try to fit things in that really don't fit into your story, okay? It's not advisable. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very, very much. You guys are wonderful. Let's see where we're going to go with this read, shall we? Hopefully you're having a great weekend. You know, it was funny. Yesterday, it was only for maybe 10 minutes. I was getting a lot of pain in my bones. And for those who know me, who've been around, you know I have an autoimmune disease, arthritis. It's pretty severe. So I was feeling it in my bones, a lot of pain yesterday. And I said, oh, it's going to rain tomorrow. And I thought, oh, let me check the weather. So I checked the weather. No rain. Not a drop. I'm going, well, okay. Something's off here because my body's screaming rain. My intuition's telling me rain. But these meteorologists, these scientists, these professionals are saying no rain. Lo and behold, today it's raining. Goes to show you, trust your instincts. Even those who purport to be specialists and learned and authorities get it wrong sometimes. So trust your intuition. And I just did one read where we're going to have to rely on our intuition more and more because things are not going to be as they seem. It hasn't been for a long time to begin with, but it's going to get even worse. You won't know who to believe in, what to believe any longer. So you're going to have to go with your intuition. My only suggestion is to develop that intuition. Work it. Okay, it's like a muscle. Everybody has it. So try to heighten your intuition. Let's see where we're going to go with this read. Thank you for being here. I love you. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. It's a message for the collective at this hour. Thank you. Loyal heart in reverse. Not a good start. 35-8. Somebody has no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. Loss of control. Could be fear. Could be intimidation. Bottom of the deck. Regeneration. 46, fated, Wheel of Fortune. Going into a new destined cycle, ending a cycle here. Something's getting burnt down, and that could be metaphorically. You know, I was picking up an energy earlier. Somebody doesn't feel the same way about a person or a situation or a family member. It could be love, family, friend. You don't feel the same way anymore. It's hard to get it back. I posted one song by Gordon Lightfoot that had something to do with that. If you could read my mind, love. They can't get it back. Listen to the words. So there's regeneration here, but it's not going to look the same. Sometimes you have to scorch the land, you know, to regenerate it. So something's getting regenerated maybe. To the sea in reverse, 7. It's not going anywhere, out of control. Somebody doesn't want to take accountability. Lack of direction, structure, and discipline. Not going anywhere. Unable to overcome. Very karmic here. 6 is 20. That's 24, 6. One-sided karmic. It's a lesson, not a blessing. Not using higher wisdom or discernment. Making poor decisions here. Truth be told. Truths haven't been told. That's the problem. 14. Somebody has addictions, obsessions. They went to extremes in inappropriate behavior. There's no peace, harmony, or contentment here. Somebody who's wearing masks of greed or gold. Not very wise. Not using their higher wisdom. Unfinished symphony. On and on it goes, right? Fated. Could be gold diggers and clout chasers you're dealing with. But this was fated. You're very fortunate. Something new's about to get hatched here. I just heard swan songs. So swan songs is basically the end. You know what I mean? Something very dramatic. Maybe you're a musician or you're dealing with one. Take it for whatever that is. Schwanshong. Whatever that means. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Well, I look at swans as, I relate swans to divine beings. Maybe you're a divine being, you're dealing with one. They're very regal. They're protected by the crown, by the government. They're owned by the crown, I believe. They're monogamous, very regal, royal. Somebody's not loyal. It's complicated, more complex than it seems. Somebody's putting the pieces together. Could be a lot of people involved. Could be some sort of investigation here. Piecing it all together or something like that. Maybe someone in this situation burnt a lot of people. And people are starting to put two and two together. Maybe talking to people that had dealings with this person or this situation. Shocking discovery. Oh, wow. Okay, I just did one read concerning the state of our government, what's going on right now, and on a higher level. Potentially, that could be it, or it could be a personal level. Take it for whatever it is, but this could be also some form of higher level as well. Remember the fires. There's fires happening right now. A lot of people were talking. It's not normal. It's not natural. If you look at the forests in Quebec here in Canada, no forest fires. They don't use the chemicals that the other places, the other provinces do where the fires have taken place. So it could be a shocking discovery. I'm not saying it is. It just came into my head, okay? So a shocking discovery is on the way. It's time to rebuild something. I'm really picking that up. A new perspective. People are seeing things differently now. I do firmly believe that. The veil is shifted or opened, or it's no longer there. Okay? The scales have fallen from our eyes. We were hoodwinked for a long time. And this could be in a relationship of any kind as well. So someone helps you see things from a new perspective. Someone's trying to keep tabs on you or this person. Someone is keeping a close eye on your actions. It could be a relationship, family, friend, love, business, and or it could be governments, shadow governments. You could be very learned. You could be a scholar of some sort. I do know they're trying to censor people. They don't want the truth coming out. They don't want us reading books. They don't want us writing. That's why people can't write cursive. They're not being taught anymore. So you can't read old writings. Everything's online now, and they want us used to that. So if they're not happy with what's being written, they can change it like that, or you know what I mean? There's a lot of inner conflict going on. Inner conflict makes decision-making difficult. Playing both sides. It's a relationship or higher, on a higher level, playing games here, like in a government way. You know how governments give us credit, what is it called, tax credits, to make it look like they're doing us a favor. That's our own money. They're pocketing way more than what they're giving us. It's just to keep us quiet for a little bit, right? Someone's trying to appease everyone. You can't appease everybody. You can't please everybody. And I do know in the last couple of years, decades, everybody's trying to include everybody, and that's fair. I get where their heart is. I understand that, but you can't really do that and not expect problems at the end of the day. You can't have it every kind of way, okay? How do I explain that? Everybody has feelings. Everybody has belief systems. Not everybody, do you understand? You can't have it all. You got to say, okay, everybody go ahead and believe in what you believe, but it's not going to be forced upon other people. If you have a lifestyle, go ahead. You're a free person. Nobody's shitting on that, but you can't force it on other people. You can't. Allow things to come naturally. Trust the process. Gossip is spreading. It's time to clear the air with people. People were holding back or trying to hold back. I don't know. Other person's not being fully open. Protect your heart. A lot of control issues. Somebody's playing control. Puppet master here. Control issues are present in the relationship or the situation. So there's attachment issues, whether it's for you or other people. Take it for whatever it is. A lot of hidden agendas, a lot of rumors, a lot of talk, a lot of testing the limits here. Time is up for some people. Bridging differences, okay, cultural differences bring both challenges and growth. It's a push and pull, hot and cold, right? It causes emotional instability. If this is on a higher level, they want us to be unstable. They want us fighting one another. They don't want us to stand united. It's a hidden truth. Unmasking motives. It's a silent understanding here. Unspoken understanding is a deep connection. It creates a deep connection amongst people. And I don't care where you come from, what you believe in, what color your skin is, whether you're male or female or in between, what you identify, we're all human. We have to live and let live. We have to respect one another. But we must stand united. We cannot separate ourselves from one another. That's how they get us. If we're busy fighting one another, we're not really fighting the enemy, are we? Because that's what they want. But I think we all know that. It's just making sure that we implement that in everyday life, in our communities. Now, I'm going to stand next to you. I might not agree with you, but I'm going to stand next to you. I care whether you live or die, or whether you suffer or not. But at the end of the day, one person's suffering can't cause 100 people suffering. Do you understand what I'm saying? It has to be balanced. Work has something to do with work, labor, earning money, and livelihood. So if it has anything to do with work, so you follow the company line, or else you lose your job and you can't support your family, blah, 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 blah. You're dealing with snakes. Lie, poison fertility, poisoning the world, poisoning people's minds. Something to do with streets. Okay, it's something circulating in the street. Something to do with sports, an exhibit. Take it for... People are talking. Discourse must be had. We can't stop talking to one another. We can't be militant in that way where you're wrong and I'm right. You know what I mean? We're all right and we're all wrong at the same time. You have to admit that. Crying over you, sad, hurt, and upset. Now, that could be a relationship or it could be just whatever the situation is. Spiritual haters, I'd say. The ones behind this are demonic. You know that, right? All working for all stinky. They're all minions of stinky. Hate on your spirituality, light, magic, and power. So those who hold a lot of light, they attack. They try to eradicate. First, they try to steal their spiritual inheritance and or their gifts. They try to make a mockery out of them just for fun, right? They're bankrupt. Maybe they're trying to bankrupt you. Maybe you're facing bankruptcy. If it's a relationship, you got into a bad relationship. If it's work, trying to make you do things against your will or toe the company line or else. Somebody's getting the inside scoop. Closer look, nosy up in your business. They're watching you. You're being watched. You're watching someone else. Take it for whatever it is. At the end of the day, it's not very pleasant. Okay, you want this deck? We'll do this deck then. Whatever you want. So we have Loyal Heart in reverse. 35. It's complicated. Work crying over you. You know, I keep picking up with this work and crying. Maybe you're working for an organization or institution that you know is crooked. You know it's taking the piss, it's hurting or harming people, taking rights away, whatever this is. Agitating, maybe, okay? Fomenting, WAR, spiritual or 3D, okay? Harvesting up people. And you have a crisis of conscience, of heart. I feel for these people in these positions, they have bills to pay, they have families to raise. I get it. You're going to lose a lot of things, but you know what? They're just things. You can always recapture that and get that back. You can't get your soul back once it's gone. That's all I got to say. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so somebody's contemplating walking away. No longer in it. No longer emotionally viable, emotionally invested. You invested, or whatever this was, invested 8 out of 10 cups into a situation, a relationship, to find out there's no love here, no emotional fulfillment. You're listening to your intuition, or whomever you're dealing with. See the head slightly twisted, looking up to the moon. So it's about time we start listening to our guts, not listening to the empty talking heads, not listening to emotions, because emotions we're going to go wrong. We have to be logical. We have to see things as they truly are and keep our emotions out of it. Okay? I'm not saying your emotions aren't valid, but when you're dealing with stuff like this, our emotions run rampant, and that's when we start to fight and argue. Do you understand what I'm saying? Gotta let it go. Releasing, letting go, holding back, freeing ourselves. Yeah, avoiding catastrophe. Avoiding ruin. There's a lot of fighting here. This could be ruin. This is greed, selfishness, competition, conflict, fighting, jealousy, strife, drama. Maintaining emotions, male or female, place the genders where it belongs. This is good advice here, okay? Somebody's feeling some kind of way, okay? They're keeping, whoever this is keeping emotionally balanced, stable, and mature. They're hiding their emotions, not wearing their heart on their sleeve, but they're feeling some kind of way. This is something that gives good advice. Somebody's usually level-headed and balanced, using their intuition. They got to stop something. They're no longer feeling this, okay? No longer passionate about something or someone. Didn't take any action when they should have, maybe, or I don't know. They're blocking. They're blocking somebody. Blocking this attack. There's been false allegations or accusations here. There's no protection. No defense. They didn't protect or defend you or someone else. Feeling overwhelmed and defeated. Yeah. Blocking online, blocking a move, or this is protection here. This is victory. This could be global. This could be on the news. Fighting globally. No protection. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. This is learning lessons. Somebody didn't want to learn a lesson, though. Somebody's juvenile. Didn't want to learn. Didn't follow through. Can't pay up. Somebody took a huge gamble and lost. Somebody's very lazy, disrespectful. No follow through. No more money. In debt. Bearing false witness. Somebody bore false witness, maybe on the news. Globally, this is heartless and cruel. Showing no compassion. Very juvenile and immature. No new beginnings here. Draining. No love, no self-love. Somebody could be at a distance, they're on the run, or somebody could be transitioning. Heartless and cruel. Somebody did transition. We saw it on the news. We saw it online. People are immature. They're heartless and cruel because somebody transitioned. Yeah. Fools. Somebody that's innocent. Somebody's taking a leap of faith. New beginnings. Oh, they thought it was exciting. They got along with everybody. Their group of people, their friends. Yeah, this is heartbreaking. Somebody was innocent. Just innovative, bringing something new and exciting to people's worlds. It's heartbreaking. Yeah, a friend, love, support. Had a lot to offer. Got injured. This is a scandal. Got a lot of burdens on their back. So people are thinking about this. People that don't want to heal. Somebody's going through it. They're scared. It's a scandal. Got a lot of burdens on their back. A point to prove. So for those who were laughing and jeering, some of them had a point to prove. They were just going along to get along. Now they're feeling kind of a certain way here. It's all ego. I don't know. trying to find all ego. Yeah, it's all ego online. Domination, control, power. Somebody's watching them. They're being watched. Trying to shut people up. Watched by the divine. This is divine intervention. Prayers, protection, spiritual protection, wish fulfillment, healing, bringing balance to a situation, teacher, inspiration. Seeing through the illusions, breaking free. So people are breaking free from this delusion at one point, or this what is it, group think? Yeah. Maintaining emotions here, male or female. Stay balanced emotionally, mentally. Kind, nurturing, and sweet. Keep your heart open, okay? Your heart chakra open. But you have to know when to draw the line with certain things and situations and people. You have to love. Charity begins at home. Using your intuition and your, you know people are lying. There's no communication, no truth or clarity coming towards you. Somebody's not very smart, okay? They're not very intelligent. This is financial ruin, spiritual jail for somebody. It is what it is. Something to do with their work. Feeling stuck, trapped. Have to sacrifice their job, maybe. Or they were the sacrificial lamb for their job. Somebody's got to balance their emotions. Working hard here. Put the effort in. This is discipline. They don't want to let go. They don't know what to do. They're feeling stuck and trapped and, I don't know. No illumination, unable to overcome something. This is generational. This is a family, long-term stability. Money coming to an end. It's a 10. That means the ending of a cycle. It could be ancestors. It could be generational. A corporation of some sort. 10 of Pentacles. They're really grieving and regretting something. They're really worried. They're burdened. So they were making money here, able to support their family, whatever this is, and now they're going to lose this. Because somebody was greedy and selfish, trying to protect themselves, wanting power and control. Somebody's trying to protect themselves. Very selfish, not wanting to let go of what doesn't belong to them. Maybe somebody wants forgiveness now, I don't know. Somebody needs to heal their hearts, or people are healing their hearts, protecting their hearts. Somebody's very emotionally, mentally, verbally, psychologically abusive, potentially. Unfair, unstable, can't manage here, can't balance something out. They can't play games, whomever's in this situation. You know your value and your worth. Other people know their value and their worth. Could be facing some sort of instability or debt. Now they want forgiveness because they're going to lose money. Something was unfair, unbalanced. This could be you or someone else, male or female. You're stable and secure, hardworking, abundant, and generous. This is something that's good with money. This could be a husband card. Doesn't have to be. Could be a female. You're good with money. You're loyal. You're dedicated to what you do. This is a third party or a contract. Using your higher wisdom and ascending. A decision's been made or rendered. What is this? It could be lovers. It doesn't have to be. It could be a third party that got involved or is getting involved. Good or bad. A third party could be a person. It could be a friend, lover, family, business. It could be a way of thinking. It could be, I don't know. It could be a different organization. You're hiding and cloaking. Don't want to be alone, unaware. Don't want to do the soul work. Don't want to go within and reflect. Somebody's getting let go. They're angry. They're scared. They're beaking off here talking shit. That's why somebody's getting let go. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. Somebody's maybe doing magic. They're certainly talking shit. Didn't use their intuition here. Lack of awareness. Secrets are now coming out. Yeah, it's time to heal. Somebody's contemplating, praying, strategizing. They need to put something to rest. They're going to lose money, missed opportunity. This is not a blessing. They're hiding and cloaking something. Yet again. Somebody's sacrificed. Could be a lot of sacrificing. They were unaware. This is the Empress in reverse. Somebody's a doppelganger, putting on an act, wanting power and control. This is somebody that wanted to devalue, disempower, take people's rights and voices away. Very greedy, selfish, and jealous, possessive, and controlling. That's no communication. This is bad news. Somebody lied. They threw rocks and hid hands. Okay? Somebody feels entitled. Drama starters. Very juvenile. They're grieving and regretting, crying over spilt milk. So there's a lot of regrets here. A lot of disappointment. You got to speak the truth, or somebody else is speaking the truth, male or female. Somebody that's a speaker. Very intelligent, wise, discerning, intuitive. Not going to mince words here. The truth is out. This was a crime. This was abuse. This was reckless abandonment, I heard. Endangering others. Somebody bit off more than they can chew. It could be a warlock or a poser or a player, male or female. Somebody didn't take the noble approach, didn't do the right thing. They had no authority, lost authority. This is a coward, okay? They're a follower, not a leader. The truth is, some people might have committed some crimes or abused others because they were followers. They didn't want to think for themselves. Now people are angry. They're losing authority here. Or the person that got them to do whatever they did, or tried to get them to do whatever they did, or whatever this is, if you know what I'm saying. They're seeing it for what it is. This person has no authority. It's just a blowhard, right? Male or female? Okay. Devil energy. Demonic, I just heard. Okay. Causing injustices. Could be criminal, amoral, or both. Conscious awareness. Got to take action here. You're co-creating with the divine. You have all the tools you need. You're going to be taking action for somebody else's. You know you got to do something. As above, so below. You're manifesting something new. Gathering some information. Taking a practical approach. Learning something. So this could be you or someone else. Okay? Starting off as a page, but you put in the time. You got to learn. You got to put that time in. Learn to go with your gut as well. This is intuition. This could be divination. Starting new, taking a practical approach. It's not going to be overnight, but taking back your power and bossing up, male or female. This is somebody with authority, spiritual, 3D or both, with power, protecting your throne. Could be a father, boss, or leader. Could be divine masculine energy. Somebody's not afraid to make decisions here. This was egregious. This was a crime. This could be a warlock. This is corruption. Giving out false and misleading information. Somebody got injured. Crooked judge or leader or spiritual leader. Somebody got unalived or injured. Somebody wants forgiveness now. You got to take some action. It's a backfire. Bad news. Conscious awareness. I'm trying to stop somebody from moving forward. Yeah, ending a third-party situation, a collaboration. It's a false contract. Somebody's feeling sorry for themselves, rejected and abandoned. It's proof and evidence, okay? They underestimated you or the situation. Something to do with investment, with a family, some sort of organization, foundation. They were celebrating something, overcoming, persevering. Putting up boundaries. There's a lot of emotional wounding here. This was unfair. This was not balanced. Fraud or theft, lying, cheating, and or stealing. Got to balance this out. Making a head of a heart decision, using your intuition. Remaining emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. Innocent. Somebody was innocent. And people, they want to apologize maybe. This is karma time. They're losing money. Whatever they're losing, it's because of what they did. Because they unalived somebody or hurt somebody, or they did the worst. It's come back to bite them in the ass. They were celebrating. Now they're losing their jobs. Now they're angry. They can't blame anybody. They felt entitled to do this. I leave it there. So it's in keeping with the first one. Thank you, Spirit. So, loyal heart in reverse. No loyalty about them. They go where the money is, where the cloud is, where the you know, it's like hive minds. Well, so-and-so said it so it must be. You know, oh, I have my, you know, well, I have my buddy's back. Really? If your buddy's committing crimes, if your buddy's the fucking Antichrist, you're still going to have their back? Think about it. Think about it. You got to protect yourself. You're going to go to jail because of what your buddy or your friend's been doing or saying, or your coworker or your lover. Think about it. You're going to lose your home, everything you worked hard for, your kids, your freedom, your sanity, your soul. Good for you. Sometimes you can't be loyal to unloyal people. Regeneration. It's scorched earth here. Okay? This is change. This is the divine stepping in. These are spiritual haters. Anybody that carries the light. They don't want you being loved by God. They don't want you loving God. They want you kissing the devil's ass. There's no love there. Okay? Crying over you. Crying over what they've done. Why couldn't I get my way? Now everybody knows I'm an idiot. Yeah. Everybody knows you're a snake. Something to do with work. They're going to lose their work. They're trying to attack your work, labor, earning money, livelihood. They're going to lose it. Shocking discovery. They're getting found out. Oh, it's complicated. Everybody's involved, right? It's going to hit every part of their lives. You want to be an asshole? You want to be heartless and cruel? Get ready. Hey, I'm not God. Whatever he chooses to do these people, I'm not going to argue with that. God knows best. He knows what these people said and did, what's in their hearts. Personally, hold on, let me get another deck. It was here all along, sorry. Personally, I don't care. As long as it doesn't rub off on the youth. You know what I'm saying? We got to do better and be better as people. Now, if this is a relationship, I'm really not picking up relationship. I'm sorry. But if it is a relationship and you know exactly this renovating. Where did that come from? Resonating with you. Then all the more. Where are we going with this? Ooh, it's warm in here. Within a few days, 7. Universally driven. Radical acceptance. Bringing back balance to a situation. Structures. Discipline. Direction. Moving forward. Within a few days, the situation or event in question will develop or unfold within a matter of days. It's karma. I can't make this up. 78 might have something to do with it. 8. Gemini. Wheel of karma. We sow. We reap what we sow. Karma, dharma, destined. Inevitable, cause and effect. Divine intervention. He's here. He's showing up. You just got to open your eyes. You can feel him. He's here. Cycles, luck, fortune, rise and fall, circumstance, consequence, divine will, blind justice. What you put out in the world, you get back. What lies in your heart, even if you think nobody knows, if you're, dark inside and you think nobody knows, he does. He knows you. Okay? So they were trying to affect the children, something to do with childhood, 6, Pisces, 86. Innocence. They're trying to hurt the innocent, right? Playful, growing friendships, lightness of being, foundations. There's foundations involved. Need of others. Revisit the past. Loving life, no worries, inexperienced, growth, new beginnings. So I'm picking up, this could be the youth. They were trying to brainwash the youth. 5. If you have a yes or no question, 65 might have something to do with it. Changing. At this time, the situation is in a state of flux. Anything could happen. And 5 is a number of change, okay? And 7, 57. Cancer. Fairy tale. Believe the impossible. Daydreams. Romantic ending. Universal archetypes. Hopeful. Magic. Unicorns and rainbows. Right? Sparkle farts. Aspire. Happily ever after. Fanciful. And stories we tell. So I'm getting two things from that. So a lot of people have been lied to. They're anticipating, oh, this is going to be a better world. It's going to be a better way. It's not. You can see things are falling apart, right? On the other hand, a lot of people think that God, the Bible, is all fairy tale. Some people can find out it's not. Okay? It is what it is. Emerald 171. Taurus. Healing, fertility, eternity. Reflection, humility, sexuality. Rare, peace, soul restoration. Growth, strong relationship, balance, free-flowing love, mature love, and heart chakra. Keep it open. We mentioned it a few times already today. Okay? Congratulations. Keep that heart chakra open. And don't let these fools talk you into something against your will. Use your intuition. I'm not kidding when I say it's going to get worse. We're not going to know what's true and what's not anymore. You must learn how to use your intuition. Okay? What's best for you and yours. What's in standing and keeping with God's will. Our faith must be absolute. We're all being tested. You, me, everyone. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Let's get a couple to end this here. Oh, boy. Bully. So somebody's been bullied into thinking like everybody else. Or now they're being bullied. The bullies are being bullied? Yeah, for gain. Boy. To gain love. Gain adoration. Well, if I go along with them, then they're going to love me. Yeah, they're all wearing a mask, though. Pretending, putting up a front, two-faced. Not genuine. Because they're lost. They're lost souls. It's time to come back home to Father. Running away, emptiness, feeling invisible, and cutting off. These people can't be happy. They can't be. They're doing some witchcraft here. Someone's hexing. There's a spell of negativity here. Feeling shattered. Something to do with children. Could be a loss of children. Immaturity, or they're acting like children. Innocence in childhood. Their innocence is gone. Anchor. Hold it together, getting a grip, heaviness, and chained up. Chained up to the devil. Maybe they're... Oh, boy. I don't want to speak about that. Some people could have given up their firstborn. For riches. For attention, for favor. Piece of shit. Yep, they're in a trap now. They're in their own trap. Okay? They can't get out of it now. Stop. They're being stopped. It is what it is. Congratulations. If it is a personal situation, they're being stopped. If it's on a higher level, like a global level, wherever you are, congratulations, they're being stopped. They're in their own trap right now. You deal with the devil, he's going to collect, whether you like it or not. Okay? You think he's collecting from other people. He's also collecting from you. Who do you think he's fucking targeting? You going along with his schemes, he's got you like that. He doesn't have to fight. He doesn't have to cajole, convince. Nah, you went willingly. These people working for the devil are the ones that are targeted. And they did it. Walked right into it. Because they were materialistic. They couldn't say no. They went along with the crowd. Hive thinking. I don't know. It is what it is, though. Do unto others as you wish to be others to do unto you. Okay? It's a golden rule. Do no harm. I don't know. I don't understand these people. Mind your own business. If you can't be kind, then don't bother saying anything. What's it going to cost you to keep quiet? It costs you nothing. You don't have to like everybody, but you don't have to go out there and make things worse for everybody else. I saw a whole bunch of ugly this week. I don't want to see any more. Anyways, the divine's on it. And we're going to see more and more evidence of it. Because whatever they're trying to do now, it's backfiring in their faces. They've lost the plot. Time is up for them. You're going to see a lot of prophecy being enacted. It's going to astound each and every one of us. But it's also going to give us relief, comfort, and joy, knowing that he keeps his promises. As long as our faith is absolute, we're safe. Even if we lose our lives, our bodies, we're not going to lose our souls. We're going to continue from this point on. Okay? Hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.